Welcome back, everybody. And I am purposely recording this now just for him to realize I now starting to record. Welcome back to another episode of Undisputed Combo Podcast. How are you doing today, Joker?
This is the Whispers episode, so we're talking really low.
I'm just kidding. How y'all doing, everybody?
I was about to pull up my air horn.
An air horn.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'll wake up everyone in that entire area. How you been doing, man?
I'm in a dead zone, so. Oh, you tell me. As you can see, I haven't been shaving in a while.
Yes. I feel that.
It's too hot, and I'm feeling like leaving it here just to see how far it grows.
Dude, you're telling me
got the little
heat.
double chin going.
You're telling me about heat with humidity and all that. It felt like 101 outside.
It was 101 outside.
Shit.
It felt like 106.
Yeah, dude, it's just been a grind. Sorry for the kind of a quiet time that we've been having. So all of us are just kind of doing our own thing. By the way, while we're here, Unfound get well soon. He has caught COVID. So cure develop. Gotta get reverse angel burn out here.
Please. Feel better soon, Unfound. We miss you, amigo.
Yeah. And then we have Joker dealing with this stuff, and then me, I'm heading back to college in, as of recording, 3 days.
I've been working like nonstop over here. 6 hour, 8 hour days on your feet, no breaking. I'm only not taking a break because I can't go outside because it's like 90, 100 Satan's armpit.
Yeah, when your break is killing you, it's not worth it.
Hey, at least I get a little bit of this and some water, so I'm fine.
Dude, I teach out. I just kind of work from home and fix things.
Lucky you. I make pizza.
Yeah, well, it's been a minute, everyone. I can tell everyone's enjoying the new format with Digimon and the upcoming Meta Rise with Yu-Gi-Oh! Joker, let's start with your type of stuff. You said you had something about D-Reaper.
Well, as I've been paying attention as of late, D-Reaper has won, as of now, two major events. And the second one, it was a major win, just blew him out of the water. But the first one caught a lot of people off guard because in the local scene, it's doing good, but Black War Greymon and War Greymon decks do stand a chance against it because it gets past that I can't be hit by. And Imperial Dramon being played, and now that we're going into BT9, everybody's getting into their own X antibody phase. Every deck has an X antibody. Every deck can run armor. So the mix-up is fairly even, despite the fact that everybody's given this one deck such hype. It's a $20 to $30 deck that's actually doing good. It's showing that anyone can win. Now, there was a bit of a controversy in the first major win tournament that it got. Apparently, someone was caught cheating by doing this. They double sleeved their alternate art cards and not all their cards. Now, some people are saying, I know, some people are saying that it's warranted because it's cheating, and I'll get into that later. Others are saying they should have let it slide because alternate arts, like there are cards that are $5, and then the alternate arts can be anywhere from 30 to 50 to 90. So they're like, yeah, extra protection. And then there's others that are like, why don't you just double sleeve the whole deck? Now, to people in Yu-Gi-Oh!
I was going to chime in real quick. Oh, okay, with this all in mind, that means I'm going to double sleeve my access code, and so now I'll know every single time to not banish access code accidentally by out of extravagance.
Yeah, something like that. But this is main deck, so it'd be like, hey, I'm gonna sleeve up my starlights that I got in the deck, which if you have starlights, I kind of question, and have my pot of prosperities in the deck. Oh look, I'm shuffling. Oh look, I got a pot of prosperity here, pot of prosperity here, pot of prosperity there. It's like you can mark it. In Digimon, because of the way the sleeves are, once you put them in, you can actually feel how thick they are.
Which
so you'll know.
Their sleeves are still standard. They're not like Yu-Gi-Oh sleeves where it's mostly small.
Right. But
Okay.
if you use unmatted sleeves, there is a way that you can shuffle and cut and it slides them in place. Some people were doing videos showing that it can be done, and others were debunking it. But at the same time, it created this big controversy for a good 4 days where everybody was arguing about it.
Yeah.
Now, before I turn it over to you, Colby, I'm going to chime in on it myself. To me, one, should have double sleeved all of them. It would have made more sense. Two, unlike it being in the extra deck for you or the Digitama egg deck that we have, this was in the main deck that they did it in, which caused the issue. Now, not taking anything from the person that won with D Reaper and actually took the tournament, nothing against you. They actually said that they didn't want to win that way. But to the person who did this, I'm going to say it. Have you lost your damn mind? Pay attention. And to all those that are going to sit there and be like, hey, don't get mad at him for that. It would be the same if we all were running the same deck and every time you were wondering, how come you're bricking and the deck is supposed to brick, but all of a sudden, oh, look, I have my win condition. Oh, look, again. You would start to call a little BS here.
Yeah.
Or, Colby, in your case, wouldn't it be weird if every time you're supposed to have banished that access code talker, you never did? Or that arrival, you never did. And all of a sudden, the last three.
Why am I ever banishing either? That's a very good question.
Yeah, like you randomly are supposed to be banishing these cards from other effects. All of a sudden, they're like the last 6 that never get banished every time. And then someone calls you out on it. It would be the same thing. Now, I'm going to pass it to you, Colby. Your thoughts. Would you consider it cheating that
yes,
they double sleeved only their high-end card? Oh, go ahead. Preach to the congregation.
So again, same topic. If I were to specifically double sleeve X, Y, and Z cards in either main deck or extra deck, that is technically a way to tell, specifically by thickness. And of course, obviously, if I were to do a different size, you would just look at it and see. In many cases, though, kind of hard to tell, but if you could just kind of notice it, head like face first, then that's something to call out on, because it's a little weird to be doing that. And what I find it more interesting is that, okay, so let me ask about these alternative arts. Were they more so like important starters, extenders, or boss monsters, or are they kind of just like techs?
I'd have to say it'd be more like you double sleeving only your starters.
Yeah. I was more so asking for the instant that you heard. Was the double sleeved cards like a starter, extender? Was it a key card?
It was a key card. Definite key card.
Very weird that it only happens to key cards.
Yeah, from the way everybody was stating it, it was the card that could make or break your entire game.
Yeah.
And for some odd reason, it was there.
Yeah, with all of this in mind, I can just confidently say that it feels like it's cheating. You can ask him. Sorry about that. I had a phone call. So yeah, back to the main topic. Yes, it would be still considered cheating, as you could just abuse this in many different ways.
Just saying. Now, just to finally end it all, next time, double sleeve all your cards. Me, I only double sleeve my Digitama cards. It's only 5 cards. That's it. Nothing else. And it's separate from the main deck. The reason why I double sleeve those things are easy for me to lose because they're white sleeved. So whenever I shuffle them back out from my other deck, I can find them. No big deal.
But is that stuff like completely separate from everything else, or?
It's completely separate. It's like sleeving your extra deck with different color cards from your main deck. That's what it's like.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine then.
Yeah.
I mean, even different color sleeves for extra and main, that's still fine.
Exactly.
Anyway, speaking of some controversy, Yu-Gi-Oh has been under a little bit of it, and people talking about one card in particular wanting to be banned. It's currently limited. Before, I want to say it was at 3, and that card is Called by the Grave. People out here wanting Called by banned because they're saying that combo decks who use it when you guys try to hand trap them can just now continue through just fine. Honestly, I think basing the ban list based on my deck is quarter amount hand traps and the rest main deck, or XYZ non-archetype interruption, basically just the tech version stuff, is kind of not the right way to do things. And in particular, I don't believe Called by should be banned. Do I think it's going to come back to 3? Probably not. Giving combo decks that much power is a little bit much. But at the same time, keeping it at 1 is a little solid. Plus, even if it gets banned, we still have cross out, and people are going to likely just say, oh no, my 1 copy of Call by got banned. Let me just put in 1, 2, maybe 3 copies crossed out, because it's going to almost do the same exact job, which is basically just hand trap interruption. But that's my thoughts on things. Yeah, I kind of see it that Call by isn't really that big of an issue. Don't worry, do I think combo decks are getting a little out of control? Yeah, but in general, that's just power creep. You know, if I were to compare a GOAT deck to a 2022 deck, you know, that's just, you're taking a look at the past and you're taking a look at now. That's just power creep. Does that mean that I think we're going to get better interruptions in the future to stop combo decks? Absolutely. You know, that's just something that happens. That being said, do I think it's coming a little slowly? Yeah. I mean, we're still using the same sort of interruptions against them. And to be fair, it's because those interruptions are still pretty amazing. Nibiru, Ash, Veiler, Imperm, et cetera, et cetera. They're just great cards. They do what we need them to do. That's just my general thoughts of things. Joker.
I'm just going to speak on it like this. 1, I don't think Call by the Grave should be banned at all. It does have a fair balance of, do you want to use it on this interruption, or do you want to wait for the next interruption? Because maybe that first interruption you can play through, and like some people, oh, they just hit me with Ash. I have Ash in hand. I don't want to waste it because I might need to Ash them later. Or you'd be like, oh, they use Ash, but I have like Ghost Ogre or Ghost Bell or DD Crow. Nah, I'm going to let it pass. You know, just, it's one of those things where it's like it's situational and it's a one-time deal. Whereas
I was going to say, it's kind of hard to see now because a lot of decks can just play through hand traps just fine now, especially with the new support we got from Power of the Elements. Whereas, for example, Ignister, which Ignister's got one of the next pieces for the deck. I said I was going to record the video for it. Then I realized what Circular does. Delayed. I now have to wait. The Ignister back then, if we were lucky, could play through 1, maybe 2. With Circular, you could legitimately Veiler or Imperm, the Dark Templar, and I'm still gonna drop a 5K rifle. And if I had the extra extender in hand, 6K now. Why no?
Me, I'm just sitting here with Flunderies like, are you really gonna hit me with that card right now?
Or as you're saying in the chat, your famous interaction. I normal summon Rabia, Max C.
I'm still mad at the person that I go normal summon Stree, Max C. What?
Banish the Max C. Or is that Toucan? I might be confusing the two.
No, it's Stree. Stree is normal summon, banish a card.
Perfect.
Toucan is normal summon, add a banish Flundery card to hand.
Okay, cool. Just making sure I'm not mixing up the two.
It's because they're both like one-ofs in the deck. So
yeah, I think Shree's going up the 2-of actually.
Because a lot of people are starting to do that whole banish stuff. I mean, not banish stuff, quickly tossing stuff into the grave, trying to hurry up and get their combo pieces and set. So it's like,
okay. Is it still legal to Robina or Eglin? No. But is it still a decent card? Yeah. Street's still pretty decent, but it's just not Robina. Robina being the holy grail.
See, Stree is to get you an extra piece onto the field just in case you want to like get some extra tribute fodder. Yeah. I just use it as an extender for tribute fodder.
Plus you can reveal it off map and you still get that extra normal summon.
Because normally when I go into my opponent's turn, if I have Stree already on the field, if they start going into their combo while I got my field spell and the continuous spell on the field, tribute and drop out Snow.
Then here's Ignister with the new support, and it's just like, all right, cool. I only have circular in hand. 6K rival. Red in hand,
exactly.
6K rival. Yellow in hand, 6K rival. AI meet you?
I'm in a rival.
Basically, we turned we have really good 1-card starters. They make a 4K arrival with the negate graveyard pretty cool too. I will now make 6K arrival without even trying to think. Do you want to Nibiru me after Templar activates and resolves? That is just fine. Let me continue making arrival anyway. It is the simple process of don't care arrival.
See, for me, I look at it as Call by the Grave. It's situational. It's not God tier at 1. It's pick your poison when to do it. It's like when Solemn Judgment was at 1. You got to know when to play.
Oh, God. I remember when Solemn was at 1.
Oh, yeah. That was back in the days where it was like, you need to pick it right.
So I was actually just on Master Duel not too long ago, and someone had set 2 Solemn Judgments. I was sitting here like, okay, cool. But so that means 2 whole turns of, okay, cool, I just gotta wait because I didn't have anything to help combo off with. What did they do during those 2 turns? Nothing. Turns out they were a Traptrix player and they didn't get any other good stuff. They bricked on whatever they had at the time. I still can't tell what it was.
The worst duel I've had so far, and I kid you not, I'm like, why? I played against a synchro deck against Flunderies. Now, Colby, if you can't do all that flippity dippity stuff for the Stardust Dragon, your best bet is to just get a Stardust Dragon on the field, right?
Yeah.
As long as you can get a Stardust Dragon, you're fine for the moment. The next turn you can go full combo. This person, on their turn, got up to Shooting Star Dragon, pass, and I went full combo.
When you say Shooting Star, do you mean Shooting Riser?
No, Shooting Star.
Okay, just making sure.
Colby, there's a Stardust Dragon in the grave. And I'm running Flunderies. Who do you think was normal summoned?
Yeah, that happens.
And I did all my stuff before they could do their stuff back to do anything to negate. And I'm just sitting here the entire time like, Impen, Snarl, or
just drop,
I want to go Monarch.
Just drop the Impen. Impen is easy GG.
I did Impen, and I baited my opponent, and they quit. I already had the Monarch in hand, and already had Snarl in hand. So I'm like, go. They were about...
Wonders that honestly, it's doing pretty well even after post Power of the Elements, because it's just like, oh, cool, Journalist makes Winda. And nothing else.
Well, the person tried to normal summon one of their tuners, and I'm like, was that a normal summon? Sacrifice. Hey, look, it's my Monarch.
Dude, wait, I gotta this whole story. So in case you guys don't know, I've been off Master Duel for a long time. And so I decided, I'm already back in, what is the very beginning rank? Because I've been off for months.
Beginner?
Yeah. So I was like, okay, beginner to diamond. Let's just see how this goes. I'm already near platinum. I've not been doing any at all seriously. And on my way there, so in case you guys don't know, if you look at the rank around the player, it's typically going to be the highest rank they have. So I've seen diamond, platinum, gold, whatever the case may be. And specifically, I saw a diamond player. And I was like, okay, so they must know a fair bit of what goes on. Nobody just kind of like drops into diamond with random assortment cards. The guy was playing Prank Kids. I think it was Prank Kids, whatever the case. This man drops first Raigeki. Doesn't work. Dracoback. Doesn't work. He then tries the nuke with where he banishes a Meow Meow Meow. I think that's Alan Butler, the fusion monster.
Yeah.
You try and nuke my field. Doesn't work. Do you want to hear why it doesn't work?
You got your 6K unaffected beat stick on the field?
For that battle, it was actually only 5K. I didn't have enough extender for 6K.
Okay.
Oh no. Please, PSA to everyone, please read your cards. Read what your opponent plays if you don't understand it entirely. If you play Raigeki 3 times and the monster's still there, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure that monster says either unaffected by card effects or cannot be destroyed by card effects. I'm just saying.
I have no neck.
Speaking of Master Duel, actually, we did have a leak happen. In case anybody doesn't know, they're introducing something a little interesting. I took a look at the update. It's going to be coming out on the 9th. It is the KC Cup. I think it's called. Is it KC Cup? Duelist Cup. There we go.
Yeah, the KC Cup.
I think KC is Duel Links, which who's on Duel Links anymore? Anyway.
The Kaiba Corp Cup.
God. Anyway, so according to what we know is that, in short, anytime you duel, you increase your duel level. And when you increase your duel level at max 20, you'll be able to go into the second stage. What goes on in the second stage? It's a pretty good question. I don't know. That being said, I think this is actually going to be something bringing people back in, as if casual mode already didn't bring a lot of people back into Master Duel. That said, I still think it's one of those things where it's like, do you want to play a different format? And mainly because, with other online sims, you can play the TCG and test out the newer cards coming out without any issue. Dilemma being one of my favorites. And now we have Master Duel with its own kind of format. So I think that's why a lot of people were leaving behind the game. But I think with the addition of Duelist Cup and Casual Mode, people are going to come back in because they don't feel the need to try and increase rank. They just want to do something on the side, test something out, etc., etc. With this all said, they also had a few more leaks listed out. They're going to be bringing out more dual mates, new sets, new cards, new solo gates, which is interesting. I see one is Plunder Patrols, so any Plunder Patrol player, be ready. I want to say that's a FA. I might be wrong, but it looks like it from the image. And let's see, for the new sets coming out, one thing I want to bring up that's pretty major is Mirror Jade. So there you go, Brandon Dex. You finally get Mirror Jade. This should help you out a decent bit. That's why I never see you in Master Duel. When it first came out, it was only flooded with branded decks. I have not ran into one yet so far. I don't think Branded Fusion.
I've ran into one?
I'll need to look back. I don't even think Branded Fusion's in the game yet. That might be the biggest reason why. It's not?
Yeah. I didn't see it. It might have gotten in the update, but
maybe I just haven't seen it. So I think it's an issue that Branded Fusion's kind of like the big carry for the deck. Don't get me wrong, it can still perform, but without Branded Fusion, it's just so much harder. We see the new Marita stuff coming out in Master Duel as well, so that's going to be very fun to kind of see and test out. Especially for me, because in case you guys don't know, I'm actually building Maritas right here. It's going to be a little funny. You're going to lock into only using water monsters, using one of the rank 4s, so hopefully in time we'll see a profile on that on top of the Mystic stuff. With that all said and done, let's see, is there anything that else we should bring up? I don't think so. I think that covers everything.
Did we talk about the sauce?
Oh yeah, the how all this stuff. All right. In case anybody doesn't know, DD Crow is now probably the second best hand trap in the entire game, only second to Ash for obvious reasons. Ash covering
obviously.
Yeah, Ash covering basically everything under the sun. DD Crow basically turns off Terra Element. So how it works is if Branded Lost is not on the field already, on your opponent's side, I should specify, Terra Element in Graveyard, activate Effective Fusion, Crow that monster. Congratulations, you have now stopped Terra Element. That is your PSA, everyone. And then against Sprite, I don't have a Sprite on my desk. God damn it.
Was it blue?
No. Your main target actually is, assuming that you're going second, your main target is going to be Toad when it's in the graveyard, assuming that Sprite Elf has already activated its effect. So that way it just knocks off negation completely. If you're going second, actually, if you don't want them to make Totally Awesome, you can also just banish the Ronin, because I think they only run one of it throughout the entire deck. So if you just banish Ronin, their resource to Totally Awesome is basically cut off. Other than that, nothing off the top of my head really screams, yeah, banish this.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. But you definitely see less play with Nibiru. So Nibiru, that was sometimes mostly in the main deck because it was actually very helpful, is now going to be going in the side because the elements make its window on your turn. Splight doesn't care. Fonder bird.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you know now, people. It is rare for a Flunder deck to go 5 summons in.
Well, hey, did you forget Nibiru is only for special summons?
Yeah, that's another thing. It's like
the Flunder player forgot.
No,
yeah,
someone actually did that to me because I did it on their turn. I was summoning on their turn. They had one special summon monster and they were like, ah. I'm like, why?
Nibiru is solely special summons. So, I mean, Fonder, it just doesn't work. And even if it was just regular summons in general, Fonder at most summons like 3 to 4 times total. So it just
or if you have like my build, you summon 4 just to be funny, but
Well, 4 is
Three is at max.
Well, no, it is 4 because Robina, Eglin, Empen, Stormwind. It's 4.
Sometimes I go Robin.
But assuming that you don't have Barrier Statue, Stormwind, then it's like 3. Oh no,
yeah, it would be the 2. I normally go Robina, Eglin, Empen, or if I want to get that extra summon, I'll go for Snarl if I already have the spell, and then I'll do the statue with Snarl's effect.
Yeah, most people just do Empen because special summon monster effects. No. Hey, that's a pretty cool Link monster. I have turned it off. They're doing the typical IT solution to anything. They see the Link monster, they just turn it off, but they forget to turn it back on.
I don't want to turn it on. I'm not the electric company.
Of course you don't, because when 6K Rival hits forward, Wonder is kind of, Still waiting. I'm hoping at some point they get some form of support to breach into 3,000 attack. Actually, wait, doesn't one of their... No. I don't think any of their spells do it.
No. Only thing is Empen halves a monster's attack, and that's about it.
Yeah. That's honestly a little unfortunate, because that means I can drop a Final Sigma in the extra monster zone, and it's just kind of like, well, I can't do anything.
I think I found a way to beef them up a bit, but I'm going to do a couple more tests on that.
Oh, perfect. I mean, like, I guess that is slightly fair when you all consider it, because it is technically an anti-meta deck. And like most anti-meta decks, it's not meant to have big body, where like, I think before Flunder, the best anti-meta deck was like just running Inspector Board and being like, all right, here's a 2K beat stick, have fun doing nothing. Oh, I'm sorry, hold on, I forgot to do something. Set 4.
Or worse. Hi, I'm Mystic Mine.
Yes, I run my 3 monsters of Silent Wabi. Speaking of Silent Wabi, here you go. It's yours.
Oh, Lord.
Hand limit is 3. I think like the main reason they just ran it was just to give you a monster, but then people realized that, they're going to summon anyway. What's the point? I think that's why some people are doing the salesman strategy, where it's like, all right, activate Mystic Mine, activate Salesman. Mystic Mine can no longer activate its effect to destroy itself.
Or like me and El Toro. Well, El Toro will do Inaba the White Rabbit. I do Maharaji. It's like, Maharaji, in my turn, let me see what the card I get.
Listen, I can at least say Mystic Mine could work in Ignisters. That being said, it's not touching the deck box. It's not going in the sleeve. It's not going in the deck box. It's not going inside of this deck. And it sucks because it's fantastic for it. Because it's just like, okay, 6K beat stick, Mystic Mine, negate in the graveyard, Pegasus in the graveyard. Good luck. Oh, you didn't do anything? AI land effect. Destroy the Mystic Mine by setting yourself, and now I'm going to beat you for 6K. Or, if I have the right monster stand, which I will. It's game. It is basically, think of it as like, I will summon a rival. Here's Kaiser Coliseum. You may only control 1 monster.
I'd rather go back to Dark Door. Oh, wow, you have a board field and all those monsters. 1 can attack.
Only 1 attack. At that point, just run Caliga. Or Caliga, however you want to pronounce it. Which, by the way, guess what Terrell can make? King of the Swamp. Which is amazing. By the way, if you're a T-Element duelist, in case you don't know, run 3 copies of King of the Swamp. You will not regret it. It is basically a free, I will now win the game. That being said, everyone, I think that's enough. I think that's enough for 1 episode. What do you think? Do you have any parting words?
Yeah, to the people that think using Max C on a Floowandery deck is a good idea, you're also the same people that when someone uses Emperor's Holiday, I'm going to keep on trying to equip these cards onto my adventure tokens.
Yeah,
You're sick.
I think you forget one more thing, by the way. Do you know how Max C works? When you special summon, keep that in mind, everyone. Some stuff works on special summons. Flounder is not a special summon. That's all, folks. Hope you guys all had a great day or night or whatever time it is for you. That's a good question. I will never know.
How would I know? I'm all grainy over here. It's the Dust Bowl season.
Dude, I'm busy looking at rain 24/7. It's rain. We're supposed to be getting rain all week.
I kind of play Convulsion of Nature.
Understandable. That being said, everyone, hope you all have a great night. Where they can find you, Joker?
You can find me on Twitter at ShadowHuntJoker, Instagram Silver-Eyed Poet. My YouTube is kind of down for a bit because I'm trying to get everything situated. But I will say this. Later, I'll have a little surprise in October for everybody. Maybe another box opening bash.
Burning Mystic Mine?
No, I said bash, not burn. That's your department.
Burn Mystic Mine. Very cool. Can't wait to see it. That being said, everyone, you can find me at TC_YGO on Instagram, and on YouTube, you can find us here at the Undisputed Combo Podcast. With that said, peace out, everyone.
Later.